Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. So as you can see, the Abrams is on its feet, tracks and road wheels, side skirts, the turret's basically done. The kit itself is essentially complete. All that's left are the remaining steps like the stowage, the crew, the details, the viewports, the wash. So this itself even, I may be jumping the gun a bit by saying it's complete. None of the washes have been applied, that's why it looks a little bit shall we say, one-dimensional. But so far so good. If you saw the photos on Facebook and Pinterest that I uploaded this past weekend, this is the weathering process as it stands. The sort of the muck layer has been applied to the underside, and it's in the track well as well, but I can't film that because it's too dark. But this is just a thin layer of sort of just disfiguring the nice shiny new undersurface of the Abrams, because my reference is, I mean, it's a working tank, so it's not going to have a clean underbelly. So let me just put this down here. The way I worked that was using Rinaldi's tips from Tank Art again. He just had it so that what he did was he took an old brush like this, just spank on some thinner, do a thin coat, and then over top of that you then mix in pigments of your choice and then work that up by sort of just blotting it on, and you build it up over time. And once the initial layer is down and it's got some stickiness to it, you can actually build it up quite well. And it worked. It was a really straightforward, but I think it was really effective, the way that the caking mud sort of came on. And there's no uniformity to it, which I really like. It just looks like muck that's sort of splattered up. And as you can see, there's more weathering on the underside of the tiles here where the dust would kick up, and the road wheels are nice and filthy. The tracks also have been stained with AK track enamel wash, and then they were given some basic pastel work. There's still more to be done. But yeah, this is getting a lot harder to handle on the camera. I've got limited space, so that's why it's sort of clunky. But I'm really liking the way this looks so far. This is the best part of the build, I think, when you can finally see what you've been working towards come together like this. It just really gets me jazzed up to do that final push. Now the final push is going to be a little bit long. There is still the base. I've started looking at the base now and working that up. And on this one, well, that'll be another video. But as you can see, one more thing I wanted to cover, there's a bit of green stuff still drying here from the side skirts. Now, I think what happened was the Tamiya kits, the tolerances are so sharp and so tight that the thin layers of paint that I applied to the bits eventually became too much, and it created sort of a bowing effect across the side skirts on both sides. And especially on the back here, I've done a lot of repairing, but what I had to do was apply some T-Nax 7R to it, and I used a hypodermic needle, which is just a little hollow glass tube, and then use the hypodermic action and just allow a little thin line to trickle out of the edge of the needle and hold it tight. This stuff is so volatile. You really have to do some practice stuff with just an old kit or whatever your practice dump bucket is that you use for all your, you know, enamels and oil washes and stuff like that. When you test it, be sure you get some practice with T-Nax before you apply it to an ongoing project, because it will melt through everything, through your hopes and dreams. It will destroy everything. So yeah, but that being said, when you sort of get it down, it makes an airtight bond and it just melts all the plastic together. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is turning out, and thanks very much for sticking with me on this project. I know it's been long, but I think it's coming together fairly well. Yeah. So thanks very much for watching. Check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com. Links in the description below as always. Check us out on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter for daily stock updates, workbench stuff, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.